And we're live in 5, 4.
Then they count to burrito and then 9.
Yeah. I should
They
plug
count all the way to red dot.
My God. I don't even know what that means.
When the camera starts recording, the person looking at it can see a red dot.
What? No, I'm just joking.
That way they know they're live.
Why are you talking all cray-cray?
Cray-cray. Even home VHS video cameras have that.
That's a lie.
I
lie
used to run
detector
around my
determined-
apartment with one.
My camera always had a blue light on it.
Are we?
Oh, we're live.
We're
We're
live.
just kind of screwing
Yeah.
around.
We're
We're
live.
wildly live.
Yeah, we're all up in it.
We be all in it. We be in it. Oh, I deleted that that footage that I showed you guys last night, by the way.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
Because I decided I don't want to talk about my channel in one of my playthroughs.
That's fair. Yep.
Getting that pro setup.
That wildly pro setup.
Indeed. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Are we still live?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're still live. Yeah, recap. What did you did stuff last time? You finished. Wow, you know what? Like, you finished killing every gnoll in the village 2 episodes ago.
Now we're at the village, or the camp, I
But
guess. Not a village.
you didn't leave the village till near the end of last episode.
Yeah, with
Because
all
you
their
decided to stick around and rob the vault in the town hall.
which seemed totally appropriate.
They didn't pay us nearly enough, so we're robbing them.
They didn't agree to pay us anything. That's their first problem.
That's right. We showed up and saved them from all being dead. In which case we would have taken all their money anyways.
The whole reason you're here is because you accepted a bounty to get rid of the gnolls.
Yeah, well,
You guys
wasn't for enough money.
You keep forgetting these details.
Which we're still gonna do, but the town wasn't under attack when we accepted that.
True.
It was the rush processing fee.
Yeah.
There we go.
Which
It
it
was
turns
the
out is a lot
in
of
lieu
platinum.
stealing all your alcohol fee.
You guys did
among
get a
other
lot
things.
of money, though.
Oh, I can hear you guys.
Yeah, if they were all
your
dead though.
unsavory
I mean,
actions paid off.
They always do. That's the rogue life.
yeah, it's the unfortunate truth in real life and in D&D.
Yeah, crime always pays well. It just has a really shitty retirement plan.
Yeah, it's usually being dead.
Or in prison.
Right.
You want to be dead or in prison? Those are your choices.
Yes.
So here's my my bad plan for the village. Or camp, I guess. It's not really. I keep calling it a village because it's very big. But I was gonna do a what is it? At the door, I was thinking of doing a spike growth, which would basically cover the entrance and would deal damage and slow them down.
At the gate?
And then at the gate, and then go around the wall and just bonfire all the huts. So once the whole place is on fire, they'll have to leave.
I should point out You do notice some of the huts have like hearths lit in them. Like you can see like smoke coming out the top of them.
Well,
Because
then it
they're
will make perfect sense if they just start burning.
and
Yeah, it was a tragic accident.
but some of them, I don't know how close you guys get. How close to get?
A
I
number
think
of
that
feet greater than 1.
I think that we had a really good perception roll, but I don't remember much more than that.
Yeah, you rolled high
Which I'll
enough
just go ahead and make again.
perception to notice that the things that are wandering around in the town are yeah, your perception was like 20 or something, so I'll just tell you. I described the town last time. There's a bunch of huts, and then you notice the things wandering around. They look like gnolls, but they're a lot smaller, and it's just the skeleton.
Oh, they're skeletal gnolls.
Yeah.
And the ground inside this camp is completely charred black. And some of the huts have like hearths going inside of them. There's smoke coming out, but some of the huts are like half torn apart and just fallen over, or look like they've already been burned. And they have like there's wooden stakes like sticking up with heads on them of gnolls.
Oh, well, that's awkward.
Yeah.
As an added bonus, now that I've actually stopped to look at my spells, I realize that Create Bonfire and Spike Growth are both concentration spells, so I can't do that.
Just cast Fireball.
Also,
I
no
don't-
Mitch tonight.
Okay.
That's a bummer.
Do you say why?
No, I sent him a message on Facebook and he said, not tonight, sorry.
Okay.
So I am not sure, but we continue.
Yes, we do.
But yeah,
I still
you
think
notice, like,
maybe funneling them at the door might be a good idea.
those
Since
Did we bring any of those barrels of alcohol with us? I don't remember.
I don't think there were any left.
do you notice
Okay.
those
I thought we had.
Okay.
the pikes with heads on them are only in front of the ruined houses?
So the gnolls in those houses did something to screw up by the tribe. They were killed and their heads were piked in front of their homes as a warning message to everyone else.
Could be. Is there something in the world that we might know of that tends to boss gnolls around? Like some sort of a higher creature? Could I make like a nature check?
Ah, cheating, Chuck, cheating. You read the chat
What?
for that question.
I asked that question last time too. So I was just reiterating a question I was already going to ask.
No, that's fine.
Because my thought was, we'll just toss the barrels over and then create bonfire on them. But
I'm actually completely fine with you guys using the stream to bolster your memory.
No, make us write notes.
There's
Be an
a
asshole about it.
there's a nature check for something I might know
What
relating
about
to
the
Nolby.
skeleton
It's about
gnolls?
null behavior or hierarchy or
18. You would know that gnolls are fairly barbaric, and they might occasionally get in fights with each other, but never to the extent that they burn each other's houses and put heads on pikes. And
but
you also gather that the little skeletal gnolls are called gnoll witherlings.
Ooh, fancy.
I would, after you convey that information to us, Dan, I would like to. These are also intelligent gnolls, so I don't know how much we can read into traditional gnoll behavior and.
Man. I still think bottlenecking the door is probably going to be our best bet, like the gate with spike growth.
And then somehow just get them out of their tent some other way.
Yeah, I'm sure we can probably find a way to get them out. We'll definitely want to cast that ahead of time, because as long as they don't see the ground before I cast it, then the spell itself is invisible until they are tarped.
Neato.
Yeah.
Do we have? If we had a wizard, that wizard could cast the spell Skywrite, and that would do the job.
You're
What's
muted.
that do?
It just writes something in the sky,
Oh, okay.
like a airplane skywriter. It just does it wizardly.
I could maybe like ice knife into the village or something like that, or maybe I could create the bonfire first, and then once a fire started, then go do the other spell.
You can just yell and run around. Surely they come out and see what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean that's also possible.
We'll just have
Do we
Chuck do
want
it.
to? I was about to suggest. How about I go outside of the entrance a ways and yell out for them, and as they're running at me, distracted, you cast the spells underneath of them.
Well, we'll want to have the spell cast before they're out, so they don't see it.
How long does it last?
10 minutes.
Okay. The problem.
It's a 20-foot radius centered on a point, and the area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. And the transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creatures that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom save to recognize the terrain as hazardous before entering it. So we have an advantage
So
in that most of them don't see it, then they'll probably walk into it.
okay. So what's the plan once they get into this terrain? Do we run and make them chase us out further? Because we don't want to be fighting on that terrain.
No, I mean the idea is to cast, like, we stand outside and we cast it inside, so they have to come through it to get to us. Maybe.
You want to cast this where?
Probably at the entrance. I don't know how big that is, of course, because if it's very big, then this won't work.
Yeah. What's the diff?
The huts that you see are about 10 feet wide. So the gate entrance is like 15 about.
Okay, so I could cover it.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we do that? Why don't you cast that spell at the entrance? Cast that spell at the entrance. Once it's cast, I'll move out in front of the entrance quite a ways, like maybe like 50 feet,
Taunt the
And start
cowardly
yelling.
gnolls.
and get the gnolls to try and chase us. And see, I don't know if we're going to get all of them with this, because probably after some of them start running into it and seeing the friends in front of them start having trouble, they might stop.
More
But at
than
least
likely.
we can do some guerrilla tactics and try and hit and run. And then
Yeah,
after they start making it out, we all run and, I don't know, head south or east or something to the closest trees.
that sounds like a good idea to me.
All right.
So I'll cast it kind of centered in between the gates, so it's kind of halfway in, halfway out. So nobody can like edge their way through it and cheat it entirely.
Okay.
And the way it works is every 5 feet they try to cross through it, they have to roll to take piercing damage.
And what's the radius?
20 foot.
Okay.
So
So you put
it
it
should
like
get
the
a pretty
center?
good swath. Yeah. That way it'll have a pretty good swath around, in and out.
Okay.
Hopefully, a lot of them will die trying to go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid gnolls.
So I will go ahead and cast that now. I can actually cast that at a range of 150 feet, so I can cast it pretty far away.
Okay.
Chris, Joe says your mic is a little quiet compared to the rest of us.
Okay, let me turn it up. How is that? Let me know, Joe, how I sound. I was messing with the names and got distracted. I don't know if anybody else in the stream noticed me doing that.
I noticed. I've been watching his names for Dan and Sammy have appeared.
Names just appear.
Magic!
Magic.
It's voodoo.
That
Oh
voodoo.
my god.
Doo-doo.
How
That
do
voodoo,
you do
that
the
doo-doo.
voodoo that you do?
Goo-goo.
Joe said it's better. Did you guys know
Nice.
that it's Ashley's birthday today?
I
Did I
heard.
put happy birthday in the Discord in general?
Yeah, she turned officially old as fuck.
Oh, that's awesome.
Alright,
Yeah.
so there's now just like a bed of spikes in the middle
Am I?
of
Yes.
the doorway.
Yes. And like I said,
And they didn't
they should
really
not.
have a gate. It really is like as you see it on the map, it's just like the walls just sort of come to a more narrow passage right there.
Yeah.
Just as happy birthday.
That's what I'm counting on.
So what are we doing?
All the things.
So
You
just
cast the spell.
cast the spell.
I mean, there's now
I go.
like a 20-foot. You said it has a 20-foot radius?
20-foot radius.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a big thing, and you should
pretty
cast
big.
it so that the,
So this like there's just a huge circle that like encompasses like the ends of the walls and like stretches so far in that it's like touching the sides of the first two huts. And it's fair to say, like I would have them roll for it, but there's enough of the witherlings walking around that like at least one or two of them would notice. And they just sort of like come over and start to wander toward it. And I would say one of them like smacks the spikes just to see what's going on with them.
Were they looking at it when it was cast?
Probably a few of them were. It's like they're wandering all over the camp. It's basically like there's just an army of them out in the open in the middle of the camp.
Do we see those witherlings notice the
It's
thing?
really all the check is to determine if they can tell it's difficult or not. Otherwise, it looks natural.
Oh, you want to like their intelligence to see if they can tell whether
it's
or not it's dangerous.
That's basically it. It's a wisdom save, and only if they weren't looking at it right when it was cast.
Yeah,
I would say none of them were really paying attention to it. Most of them are sort of looking down at the ground.
Then yeah.
They don't live very happy lives.
Those dicks.
Those
You
poor
sons of bitches,
babbers.
be happy. No. You're dead.
We all know they can't be happy.
Everyone wishes they were dead. You should be happy.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That's right.
So you said if they're looking at it?
Only if they're looking at it when it is cast, they'll already know it's difficult terrain.
Oh.
And that's
Say
it.
maybe 2 or 3 of them know then.
Otherwise,
Do they
they have
have
to
to-
roll perception.
Okay.
And all that does is indicate to them that it's difficult or hazardous. So, sorry, I'm using the wrong word. Hazardous.
Oh, someone's rolling stuff.
Indeed.
Oh, 2 of them got 20s.
Oh,
What
shit.
Jesus.
What do they have to
18.
roll?
Interestingly enough, it tells me that it spell save DC. Where's my spell save DC? Where are
What you're
you?
casting,
Spell
is it wisdom?
save DC is 13. So it looks like a handful of them did okay.
You said 16?
13.
Oh, 13.
So it looks like about a third of them will notice.
Yeah, I'd say like about 20 of them notice it going up. And then out of those 20, about 8 would make that perception save and know that it's difficult. Or wait. Hang on a minute. No, only 5 of them. They have -3 to wisdom saves. So,
Oh, nice.
I forgot about that.
Aha. You.
And now you know that. You're welcome. Didn't need to give you that information. If I'm being completely honest, I gave it by accident.
Well, fortunately, it won't really change much, so. Not much of what we're doing will change.
Okay. So there's spikes.
Now what? How do we get them out here?
There's Spike Spiegels. Now we need somebody to go make some noise.
I'm gonna go make some noise.
Tell them their mother smell.
That's right.
That'll get them coming.
You cast
Probably
this from
terrible.
150 feet away?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're still, like, pretty much out of eye shot of them.
Yeah. Or at least that was the idea, so.
Yeah.
But a few of them just start running toward the spikes. I'd say...
I hope that they're running stupidly towards the spikes.
"13 of them start running toward the spikes. They are running stupidly. This is to see how many of them run into the spikes before they get that they shouldn't do that.
Jeez,
So 9 of them?
So 9 of them stop when they hit the spikes the first time?
No, 9 of them actually run into the spikes.
Oh, the other ones stop.
Mm-hmm. What's the save they have to make?
It's no save. Once they're in it, they're in it. So every 5 feet, then they have to take 2d4 damage.
Oh, okay. And this is 40 feet wide?
Yeah.
We're just gonna make this simple. This is how many feet they get before they realize they shouldn't be doing this. 29.
A lot.
So
That's
six,
almost
5 rolls.
all the way.
So,
Five rolls then.
okay.
I'm gonna roll just 10d4. Two, 2 by 5.
Yeah.
Let me make sure. Yeah. 2d4. So yeah. $28.
They all die.
Yeah.
They all
That's a
die
good start.
very much. They, yeah, I guess if you're wanting to use like your character's strategery and noticing things in battle, you notice they only get like 1 or 2 of those integers, like 5 to 10 feet before they die.
Oh, nice.
Some of them only make it the first 5 feet and die, and some of them only go 10 feet and die, but they all die after the first 10 feet. And the other
Varying levels of success.
Was it there left 4? The other 4 like
Yes.
like they don't really seem distraught or annoyed or anything like that. They just seem like irritated
So
and
this is
angry.
life now, I guess.
So these are stupider than the gnolls we fought earlier.
Fairly significantly, yeah. It
Good.
would seem.
Good. I like it when the gnolls are dumb.
But the group that you can see, there's actually about let's see.
So there's a lot of dumb
There's
gnolls.
like 11 left.
Okay. Let's go make some noise and draw them in.
Yeah, I go down there and I start making some noise. See if I can distract the remainder. Or entice the remainder is a better one.
Yes. Come to me if you want to die.
Okay.
We know you do. Admit it.
Pretty sure.
You want to roll, I don't know, if you want to roll like a persuasion or an intimidate. I'd say either one of those.
I'm just going up there and just making noise and yelling.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm.
You're
Yeah.
you're not like putting any strategy into it.
I'm just running up like, you fucking dicks.
Like taunting.
Your mother's. Yeah. Your mother's smell like hamster assholes.
Okay.
Oh, them fighting words.
Yeah. I'm just going up and just being belligerent and yelling at them and just trying to draw attention.
Okay. They're pretty easily angered. We'll say because they, we've already sort of gone through the like how many of them realize this is a bad idea sort of thing. So I'm gonna roll for the 11 of them to see how many of them fall for it, but I'm gonna throw in like a -5. And it came out -2, so yeah, none of them none of them bite the bait, so to speak. Take the bait.
When I
That's
realized
the expression.
when I realize they're not coming through, you said the spell's 40 feet from point
Yes.
to point.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna move up and just start throwing some javelins at them.
You might be able to like, because you put it right in the center of the opening. You might be able to get like to the side of the circle and get like a weird angle to throw things at them, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna. And there's 11 of them over there.
yeah.
Do I see any other gnolls coming along? Any intelligent gnolls? Or
You're
not undead gnolls?
close enough now. If you're right here, you can see a few of the huts that had like hearths burning with smoke coming out of them. Like a few of them, there seem to be fully living gnolls poking their heads out to see what's going on. And then,
As I see
but you also
them
see,
poking.
just a minute, farther down, there are like a bunch more of
Yeah.
these little skeleton gnolls.
As I see the living ones poking their heads out, I would want to start yelling out to taunting them. Like, hey, yeah, I see you looking over there. Your mother has mange. You should come fight me.
It's true.
Okay.
Because
For
they
this,
wouldn't know anything about any of it.
for this one, they're actually fairly intelligent creatures.
Yeah.
So I want you to roll like charisma to try and successfully taunt them.
You should let them know about the other 30 gnolls that we already killed also.
Like they come out and they like stand behind the ones that are stood in front of the spikes, so they can see the spikes now. But
Not bad.
Unless they've made the appropriate rolls, they will not know they're dangerous. So
oh right, yeah, that's for everybody, not just dumb creatures.
Yep.
And
They have to roll it. It's
they
basically
have to
upon
roll
entering.
perception.
Yeah.
I thought it was wisdom.
Well, wisdom perception. I think they can take the advantage of having a perception roll if they get that.
And I'd say that there's like 3 of these of the regular gnolls, and you do notice they seem to be like the little bit beefier, taller gnolls that you fought.
Hmm.
That made like 2 attacks at a time.
Okay. Well, I still using my 15 charisma check to taunt them into coming to fight me.
Yeah, get him.
Two of them fail the perception check.
Once I see them,
But the
if I see them, yeah, you need to finish yours before I can finish mine. Go ahead.
the
getting
third
ahead.
guy rolled like a natural 20 on his perception check, so he's like, shit, no, I'm not walking through those.
Damn.
But
You should have made mistakes.
yeah.
All I'm saying.
The other 2, yeah, they're like, bitch talking shit about my mother, and they just start walking into the spikes. The other one shouts, no, you idiots, and they stop and come back, but not before they get that first 5 feet. So go ahead and roll your 2d4s.
All right. Give me just a second here.
How long does this persist?
10 minutes.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
We're gonna have to.
We'll just leave if they don't follow us.
Well, I think that. I think maybe. Do you have it prepared again?
I can cast it again, yeah. It just takes one
I
action.
think. Okay.
If
I
they're all
think
bunched
maybe-
up right there, we could cast it on the others, like right on their
Okay.
spot.
Okay. What I was gonna say is, why don't you drop it and let them start chasing me, and I'll start running, and then do what you were thinking and cast
right
it
in their
again
center.
and try and straight center mass.
That sounds like a plan to me. If
Wasn't-
they're not gonna walk into it, I'll let those two guys get hit, and wait for them to group up, and then I'll uncast it. But I will be prepared to cast it once more.
Okay.
Wasn't there a way to add fucking... Thought there was a way to add a row really quickly to an Excel table.
Sammy, go.
Right click on it, add row.
There's no freaking add row thing.
Insert.
There you go.
Insert. Ah, there we go. Table row below. Good old Sammy.
She is the Excel queen.
Sammy!
Sayama!
Summer.
Samai.
Alright. What did you say you were going to do, Chuck?
I'm going to wait for Dan to drop his casting and then run. But as it is right now, I'm
Yeah.
standing there with my great club, looking like I'm ready to do battle.
Okay. And I changed my mind, by the way. You just have that great club. There's not 20 uses.
Oh, okay. I'm fine if there's going to be 20 uses. I don't have any issues
Yeah,
because
well,
it does
I was
do
just thinking
a
about it.
shitload of damage.
It's not like an insane amount more than what you had.
That's true. And who knows? Maybe this will encourage me to hug people less.
Like, I feel like imposing a 20 uses on it would be like if it did 100 damage or something.
We'll just move its damage up to 100, and we'll be fine.
Well, it's like giving a cleric a scimitar with sharpness. It will discourage them using magic.
We know how that works.
Yes.
I was not referring to anybody.
They'll stop using crossbow the first time they hurt themselves with it.
Details.
Details. So you're just
Told you
standing
I'm
there with
not
your great
identifying
club
people
waiting?
with
They seem to just sort of be sitting there, sort of examining the spikes, trying to see how they can get around them. They're not really pushing forward.
Well, then I'll go ahead and drop them. And
Yeah.
I'll be ready to cast it again.
You drop them.
Yep.
All right,
And I run straight into him. Oh.
You said that exact same time as I did, so roll initiative with advantage.
Okay. No, I'm okay if we can just do initiative. I mean...
No, I just came up with that on the fly, and I think it's fun.
Okay. 22.
It's not fun when you roll 2 1s.
True story.
True story.
That's why me having advantage in initiative means nothing.
And you notice those extra 3 witherlings that you thought were in this group are actually just more knoll heads on pikes. So there's only 8.
Are we all rolling initiative or just Chuck?
We're all
Oh,
rolling, aren't we?
everyone. Yeah.
I assume so.
Mhm.
I wasn't sure.
And as you get close to these null witherlings, you actually find them kind of cute.
Oh,
Because they kind of look like Cubone. They even have little clubs.
Oh, those guys.
Are they wearing their mom's skulls?
No, they just have skulls.
Oh, okay.
They're skeleton bros. They're spooky boys.
Oh my.
Spoopy boys.
Null spoopy boys. 'Tis the season for it.
Those darn spoopy guys.
what was the
Them-
damage on that great club? Oh,
them
it's
spooky
2d8.
boys.
2d8, yeah.
Okay.
And it is strength based. In case you were wondering about the stat basis of a great club.
Yeah.
Mhm. Let's see. I need to go faster. I need to get faster at this stuff. Whoa. Alright, you know what? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna scare you guys with the initiative
Uh-oh.
here. It's not
Don't scare us too hard.
not quite as bad as you think, because the first two are Fleetwood and Mac.
Dang, they must have rolled high because I got an 18. And you got a 22.
Mm-hmm.
These are just initiatives. Ignore the total.
My god.
Oh,
Okay.
you
We'll
just
have so
rolled
many
all the
turns before
points.
us.
I just rolled all.
Fleetwood sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. They haven't actually rolled yet.
God, Fleetwood, why do you suck so much?
Someone's breathing real hard on their mic.
It's probably
Ooh.
me.
Saucy.
Alright. Frank goes first. Dang, how about
Okay.
that, Frank?
Mm-hmm.
Out of what was that? 18 people? You go first?
I want to make things a little interesting here. So I'm going to first turn my rage on.
Ooh.
Second, I'm going to run towards them.
Alright.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the big beefy one, the closest big beefy one.
Alright.
And let's see. Hang on just a moment. I want to double check something.
No, you gotta go now.
I'm going. I just wanted to know if our proficiency is only 2. That's disappointing. If this roll doesn't go good, I'm going to use my reckless attack and decide that I have advantage on it.
Okay.
You know, I feel good with that 16. Does a 16 hit?
I bet it does.
Does a 16 hit
Yeah.
on the big null? A big null?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it does.
Good. All right. So, since I have my great club. Oh, fucking Christ. There we go.
Oh,
2.
hey, it's time to stream Morlourn. My calendar alarm
Just
was
get a
going
reminder.
off.
Nice. All right. So this is the initial weapon damage. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll that with my, what's it called? Oh my gosh.
And I always forget to change what we're playing.
Oh, with my Savage Attacker, I'm re-rolling it. I should have it all set up. Do I have to take the higher? Oh, no, I'm going to use the 10. And since I am a... What am I? I'm a barbarian of the divine, a zealot barbarian. I'm going to go ahead and add my zealot damage
Get it.
because I get to do that on my first hit per turn. So I deal 15 damage to this dude with my big ass club.
Okay. This dude is super bloodied. He like falls to one knee and then staggers back to his feet.
Nice.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
I'd say that was a well done turn.
Now we have to go fight him face to face.
Yee.
Are we not wanting to try and blast him again?
Well, I mean, it's up to you if you want to do that while Frank is fighting them.
I know, that's what I mean. I assume we're not wanting to blast him again.
Unless you have a spell that you can blast them with that won't hit me.
Maybe.
Yeah, because if you use
Depends
this,
on how close they are.
Yeah.
Even if you just have a spell that can just singularly hit one of them.
I've got that there ice knife that I can do, which isn't too bad.
Then you should do Ice Knife.
Because
Is
they
it your
could
turn?
potentially hit a few of them. It's possible.
It is.
It may be. Okay. Well then, let me get. How close are they to kind of each other and Frank? Because ice knife will hit in a 5-foot radius.
Frank and them are pretty
And
much.
I hope to hit as many of them as I can without hitting Frank, but I might risk hitting you just because I think you can probably make my deck save.
If you put it like a little bit behind the one in front of Frank, you could probably get all three of the big ones and three of the witherlings.
I believe that is what I shall do then.
Because the
I'm gonna.
witherlings,
I have to hit. I have to pick one of them to throw it at to start with. Is the gotcha?
you know,
I can't just throw it on the dirt.
right? Witherlings, perhaps not the brightest creatures. They utilize their small stature to clump together as much as possible.
That's ideal for me. So I'll go ahead and do that. Let me ice knife. I need to roll a hit first. Looks like. Yes. +3, I think. Oh no, +5. So not very high. Does a 9 hit one of them?
Uh, does not hit any of the big ones.
Well, no, that's just to hit one of them. The small guy that I have to target.
Oh. No, 9 does not hit anybody.
Okay, well then they still all need to make a 13 dex save.
Okay.
And I hope some of them fail.
13 dex, you say?
Yes.
Let's see. Two of the big ones fail. And then all of the little ones fail.
Hooray!
So 2 of the big ones and 3 of the little ones.
They all take 10 damage.
We did a thing.
Well, cold damage.
The 2 to the side of the one that Frank just hit both die, and then all 3 of the little ones behind them die.
Yeah. Then in the herd.
You did a thing.
You
I
did
did
the
do a thing. That will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Drawing my own little map here just to keep track of things. But it is a Knoll Witherling's turn. And he's gonna run up to you, Frank. There's now 4 kinda to the left and behind the knoll that you're in front of, and then 1 off to the right. The one off to the right starts running toward you.
Mm-hmm.
Looking real confident in his skeleton self with his little club. And
That guy.
he starts to run up to you, sort of just a regular run. But then he suddenly just like goes crazy and like savage and comes at you like a wild mongoose.
Did he say "re" by chance?
Yeah, but in like a, sort of like what would be creepy, but his voice is so little, like skeleton voice. And he's just like like that.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
18.
That's a hit.
Alright. And he bites you. He goes for a bite and a club. And your AC is 15. Correct?
Yeah.
Alright. The
Yeah.
The club does not hit.
Nice. So what does he deal for that bite?
But he did bite you. And he's going to deal 3 damage. He just did a little nibble.
And
Okay.
I have resistance to that, so I take a single damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Like he latches onto your leg and goes "Argh!" But it kind of just feels like, when a dog is like playfully biting you.
It's
Yeah.
like one of those little tiny dogs. Just gets a nick of your skin.
He's just a little guy.
Alright,
Exactly.
man. Frank is down a point, guys.
Frank has been injured.
Yeah.
That makes it,
Sammy, get some healing on him.
this Knoll dude in front of you's turn. Believe it or not. And he goes in for an attack. A couple of attacks, in fact.
Mm.
Three of them, in fact. Brr. So he takes out his sword and he stumbles forward and swings down at you and just
Right.
like hits your club. And then he gets
That
real mad
jackwagon.
and brings back, tries to hit you again and just completely misses. And then he goes to bite you and just sort of falls on his face.
Yeah.
Aha.
That dick.
That guy.
That guy.
Is not great. Now it's one of them four witherlings to the left's turn. And he's going to run up on Falcon. And then same sort of thing. He gets to about to the side of Frank, but then he just starts running at you all mongoose-like. And what's your
Okay.
AC?
It is 16.
Okay. He misses his bite, but he hits you
Good.
with his club
Not so good.
and does 3 damage.
Okay, I can deal with that. Say hopefully it doesn't hit me too hard.
And Starbear's turn.
I get to go?
Yeah, the Null Fleshnar's turn came around, one of them, but he stayed dead because he's an idiot.
Oh, yeah, he shouldn't do that. Let me see.
Staying dead is the best.
There's a big gnoll on Chuck that he fucked up already a whole bunch, right?
Yeah, and he sort of, like he whiffed 3 attacks in a row, sort of tuckered himself out with them and fell on his face, so he's prone right now too.
I'm gonna stab the fuck out of him.
Okay, with advantage.
I think 16 might hit. I'm pretty sure 7 doesn't.
16 does, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna hit him with the damages now. 1d. Uh, 16 damage.
16
Wait.
damage.
Hold on. I get to roll 2d6 for my snake attack, not 1d6. So it's 18 damage.
Okay, well, you, yeah, he was far, far, far from max health, but you did, like, his max health and damage, so...
Yeah.
He dies. You stab him in, like, the back of the head while he's laying on the ground. Dick move.
Get wrecked.
It's fine. He deserves it.
And then, yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
All right.
I'm gonna pass
That-
my turn.
That makes it the other dead Null Flesh Gnar's turn. Still stays dead. Odette, it's your turn.
Oh shit.
Ah, damn.
Let's see here. Is there still one on Frank?
Yeah, there's still that little one, that little tyke just grasping his ankle with his mouth.
Ah, my knee. Something like that.
Yeah, he's still
Oh.
going.
Oh my gosh.
It's just sort of shaking Frank's boot, not really his leg at all.
Yeah, so he's not really a problem right now.
I can handle it.
Where are the other ones?
There's one right in front of Falcom, who's right next to you,
Okay.
and then the last three are about 10 feet in front of and to the left of Frank and Starbear, who are also standing next to each other.
So on the one in front of Falcom, I'll cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
And they have...
He has to make a wisdom save, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I'd recommend that he doesn't. For what it's worth.
I
What
mean,
does
we
the save have to beat?
13.
This is a wise little spoopy Null.
Damn.
He beats the save.
That
Boo-hoo.
null bastard.
Dang.
He is a null monstrosity.
Alright.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Alright. It's Mac's turn. Fuck. Alright. Looks like it's gonna be a bad day for Mac. He takes
When
his
isn't it?
big maul and he runs over. Does a really big over the head, over the top theatrical swing. Because him and Fleetwood are used to presenting theatrics in the gladiator ring.
That guy, he's got to cut that shit out.
And he sort of goes like over the top of this witherling because he's just too small. And he sort of bumps like the witherling's shoulder, but it just makes like a clackling bone sound, and he just steps to the side. And that makes it another witherling's turn.
Yeah, other witherling.
And he is going to attack Mac. Because Mac just hit him. And he's not cool with that. And he actually he hits with both.
Well, it's time to recruit a new Mac.
First one is 3. Second one is 4. He deals 7 points of damage to Mac. Oh, wait a minute. I had Mac's health lower than it should have been for some reason. Oh no.
Because he's bad and he deserves to die.
No, that's because I'm bad. I was taking points away from his initiative, not his health.
Hmm.
Alright, and it's another Witherling's turn. And all the remaining Witherlings are right next to Mac. So they're going to be very mean to him. The next one bites him but does not club him. But he does deal 5 damage. And then the next one misses his club, but then critically bites him. So he deals 6 damage and sort of tears up Mac's ankle. And Mac is now unable to walk right. Jesus.
This really is not Mac's day.
No, it isn't. That brings it to Fleetwood. And he's super pissed that all these little Witherlings are ganging up on Mac. Because Mac's his buddy. So he's going to go defend Mac. While at the same time trying to help you guys kill these gnolls. He gets 2 attacks, and he fucking missed both of them. Okay, so it's back to Frank.
There's a little dude hanging off my ankle, right?
Yes.
There any beefy dudes left?
No, they're all dead. There's 1 dead right in front of you and 2 dead to your side.
I want to pick up. No, do I? I just want to smash the shit out of this thing hanging off my ankle.
I've been rambling
Just-
on mute. Kidding, not.
Nice.
You've just been
I
talking
just
shit
wanna-
on Mac. And
I have been, and nobody's heard me.
Mm.
It's all
I'm
right.
going to excessive force this thing to death. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use my reckless attack.
You might as well
Gain advantage.
put it right in his patootie.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
not much better. 12. Does a 12 hit?
on the Witherling, yes.
All right. Oh my gosh. And you know, I'm gonna call that damage good for my club attack, but then I also get my radiant damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So that is, what is that? 24 damage.
Okay.
I just
It's a little bit, you might say.
Yeah. You guys have killed enough of these now. It's fine for you to know. You just did 4 times his health in damage.
Oops. Oops, but not really.
No, 6, actually. 6 times his health.
wow.
Jeez.
Okay. Well,
I'm sure you deserved it. So that's the important thing.
he did.
You just sort of like turn the hammer so that it's like the big end is facing down and just like let it drop on him. And it just turns his bones to powder.
Nice.
And then they shimmer
That's it.
from
The radiant damage.
from the radiant damage.
Overkill.
You made shimmering
Right.
bone meal. Alright, it's
Delicious.
Falcom's turn.
So
Gosh,
talcum powder.
what's there left to do? Is there one big knoll?
There are 4 witherlings left.
Oh.
One of them is attacking you, by the way.
Well, I'm gonna just get some Shillelagh on then. It's probably gonna hit.
One's attacking you, and 3 are attacking Fleetwood and Mac.
Well, they can fucking deal with it.
Well, apparently Mac cannot deal with it.
That's also fine. I mean, I'm more important than they are, so
I mean, that's the guy that
Yeah.
whined about the horses. How important can he be?
not.
Yeah, fuck horses.
Well, that's good. Decent.
Don't fuck horses.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right.
That can get you killed.
You will die.
Oh.
So if that's how that
22
works,
Definitely his.
I would certainly hope so.
And then you dealt 8 damage, which
Yeah.
you just like swing your staff through
Hopefully
this
it's just
thing like a golf swing, and his bones just like completely detach from each other, and he scatters across the ground.
good, as he should. Question is, was it a hole in one?
There were a few holes in ones. There were a few dips in the ground, and some of the bones fell in them. So
Nice.
Well done.
That is acceptable to me.
Alright. Witherling is dead. Fleshnar is dead. Witherling dead. Fleshnar dead. It's Starbear.
Hi.
Do some Starbear things.
I. So there's some witherling left.
There are 3 Witherlings left. They're all attacking Fleetwood and Mac.
I am gonna claw one of them. Cause fuck it, why not?
Okie dokie.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Alright. That makes it Odette's
I got
turn.
too cocky, guys.
Jeez.
Odette. The Fleetwood Mac and Starbear cannot handle the Witherlings. Can you rescue them?
I tried, guys.
Gotta try harder next time.
Well,
Harder.
let's go ahead and try to cast Vicious Mockery again. So they have to either succeed on the wisdom saving throw or take damage.
Okay. He definitely does not succeed on the wisdom saving throw. Taking
I'd
into
like-
account his modifiers, he got a 1. So
He did it, except he didn't.
Okay. Well, I would like to talk to him about our Lord and Savior Shrek.
okay.
Good job.
Let me see here.
He goes, hi. Looks up at you wondrously. What's your range on this? How close do you have to be?
60 feet.
Oh, okay. So you like don't even need to move.
Nah. Literally perfect.
So yeah, it's that and then a disadvantage on next attack.
Okay.
They're gonna have some disadvantage and like it.
He
I mean,
has
being dead is a
no
pretty big
disadvantage
disadvantage.
on his next attack because he's dead.
Oh!
Yeah.
Being dead is the ultimate disadvantage.
He
Yes. It turns out you miss all the time.
he
When you're
hears
dead.
your words and his mouth is agape in awe. and he just falls forward on
Oh,
his face and
what?
falls apart.
Jeez. Shrek is love.
Shrek
That's right.
is unlife.
This is our swamp now.
Yes.
This is our swamp now. Okay. So one dim's dead. That makes it one of the one that's not dead's turn. And he does a clubbing attack and a bite attack. And the clubbing attack is successful. On who's it gonna be? Starbear.
Alright.
The clubbing has begun.
Let the clubbing.
He deals 3 damage.
Oh, ow.
Oh my god.
Oh!
However, will I recover?
Your knee or something.
Your knee, kind of.
Ow, I stubbed my toe. Whatever shall I do?
How will you ever walk again?
Alright. That makes it other not dead Witherling's turn. Oh, and he
Just
goes
fine.
for a club and a bite.
A sandwich and a bite.
Fleetwood.
McFleetwood.
And he deals 9 damage because he succeeds on both of them. Fucking Fleetwood and Mac cannot handle these things. They're having a very bad time. Fleetwood is bleeding.
They gotta
They
get their
should
shit
do
figured
better.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
They should either do better or they should die.
They
We can
actually
tell,
have
really, that they're-
really good stats. They just consistently roll very poorly.
It's because their fake combat is so ingrained into them that they can't even fight for real anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that
I'm sure.
that fits.
I'm sure.
They've gotten too used to putting on a show for the people in the arena. It's Frank's turn, though.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do. How many of these witherlings are left? 2?
2.
I'm going to take my club.
And they're tearing Fleetwood and Mac apart.
Yeah, kill
as-
Fleetwood and Mac.
As an improvised thrown weapon, I'm going to throw my club at one of them.
At Fleetwood or Mac.
And one of the witherlings.
Oh man, I was hoping we could keep the Witherlings and get rid of Fleetwood and Mac.
Witherlings might do more damage for us.
And since I don't have proficiency in improvised, I don't think.
No,
Oh,
unless you're
does
a
a-
bar brawl. Or brawler or whatever.
I don't. That would be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that fucking hits.
That'll do. That'll do.
Do you remember what the damage is off an improvised weapon? Improvised weapon rules. One d4. So that's going to be 1d. I need to type in the roll. Roll 1d4. Nope, 4 plus 5.
1d4.
So right off the bat, I deal 6 damage by throwing my club at him.
Okay.
But then we need to remember that I get to do radiant damage as well. And I do another 2 radiant damage.
Okay. You make another pile of glowing bone meal.
And I want
Delicious.
to
Go make
I
some
want
porridge.
to call out to Fleetwood and Mac. You two should feel bad.
And when you say that, Mac like looks up to you, and you can tell he is bleeding a lot, and he looks sort of pale, and he just like falls to one knee and then falls on his face. And Fleetwood shouts out, "Mac!"
Okay, fine.
He'll be fine. He's just acting.
You know what?
he's just too
He's
invested in the
acting.
arena. You
If
guys are
Mac
like,
is
all right,
great.
come on, this is crossing a line.
If Mac is dead, I say we just kill Fleetwood to be done with the pair of them.
I don't know if I can
I was probably gonna
go
heal
along
him.
with that.
Oh, okay. You guys are probably right on that. Anyway, they're still doing a bad job. And
They
I
are. Yeah, they're doing a
have been
terrible job.
far more successful by being really stupid about my attacks.
I don't know
How many of
what
the-
it is, Chuck, but every once
Yeah.
in a while, your mic, when you tilt your head a certain way, makes like a metal grinding on metal sound.
Scree.
You know what? I think I've got a short in this headset, so that's probably what it is.
Oh, I thought it was just your CB radio.
Could be my CB radio. The antenna is firmly implanted on my ass, but sadly I installed it the wrong way.
I thought that was the one they
That's
put in your teeth.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
It never lasts any length
So-
of time. It's really short. It's just like a.
Strangely enough,
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm gonna-
hearing that, really.
I hear it very, very occasionally.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess I just have a short in this line.
Yeah. Right.
I'll need to replace my headset.
It is the last standing Noel Witherling's turn.
Shouldn't I go after Frank?
No, yeah, it's Falcom's turn. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Kill that last standing Noel Witherling.
Yeah, I suppose I'll do that. Jeez. Okay.
He doesn't do that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do a quick bonus action real quick
Okay.
to try and get some health on.
All right. What are you casting?
Mac. Healing word. It's a bonus action.
All right.
And it will give him. Six. So hopefully that will bring him back from the brink of death.
Yeah, it does. Get him up to 6.
So he was dead. Well,
Yeah.
knocked out, but
Yeah, he was like stable but completely unconscious.
that guy.
Well,
He's
that,
got a.
that makes a star bear.
Oh, it's my turn again?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kill that last remaining Noel what's his fuck. I'm not gonna get cocky this time either, so.
You should just
Alright.
make sure he's dead.
I'm gonna make sure he's dead. Yeah, he's gonna die.
Jesus. What's your max damage?
Oh
My
God.
my max damage is 12, 24. 24 is my max damage.
Okay, so you deal 24 damage, and you would also give him some sort of ailment, but
Can his ailment be death?
his ailment is
Super
death.
death.
Can I kill him the way the Cantor kills
You
people?
deal almost 5 times his health and damage.
Can he
Can I just
explode
vaporize him
violently?
into little dust motes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
He just like turns to dust. Alright.
Yeah, don't fuck with Mac Fleetwood
Those guys.
or McDonald's. Those are my pals.
I didn't think they were coming with us for some reason. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Those ding dongs.
Those ding dongs.
It's a good thing we stole all the money, because if they're the best they have, then there's
Yeah.
no way that they can take us. Watch them, if we were to actually get into combat with them, just clean a house on us.
Probably. That's how that kind of thing goes.
Yeah. They just start rolling really good.
They'd just nat 20 that shit out of us.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, you guys kill successfully, like, 17 of these little skeleton dudes, and 3 of the regular gnolls, and then you're all sort of nodding to each other with your success and all that, and you turn.
I assume there's still something left.
Yeah, you guys look up and look down the trail into the town, and you notice, like, basically the whole rest of this camp is, like, the in-between the huts along the trail is basically just like a scattered sort of army of these Knoll Witherlings. And they've all just, like, stopped and seem to have been staring at you for quite some time.
I don't know what that means, but I could cast that spell on them again if we want.
And you also notice the huts that had smoke coming out of them, the gnolls are, like, standing on, like, the front porch or patio or whatever of those, and also staring at you.
Is it time for us to run away?
And
I'm gonna tell
a
Fleetwood
few
and
of
Mac
them,
to do a shit run.
a few of them are holding spears, which they, like, start stamping on the ground like this.
Are we their king now?
I think
And
that's how that works.
the Knoll Witherlings sort of part and stand to the sides of the trail and just face the trail.
Oh.
Like they've parted and, like,
We're about to meet their real
opened
king.
up a path for you.
For us or for something else?
I have a feeling it's something else. They're not going to part for us.
Maybe they want us to meet their king.
You don't seem to notice anything coming toward you. There just is a path leading directly down the dirt trail that leads down the center of this camp.
Well, then I think we should take the only logical and reasonable option and follow it.
Yes, let's hurry to our death.
I think so. I think so.
Okay. So you guys, like, start walking down the path, I assume cautiously. You're looking back and forth. You notice, like, the closer you get to the end of the trail where the big hut is, the more crowded it seems to get on the sides.
Yeah.
And as you're going through here, if you had to take a guess, you'd say there's probably over 100 of these little skeleton things.
Oh boy. Well,
We can
hopefully we
take
don't
them.
have to fight them all.
But they lead up to the big hut. Has like 2 stacks on it with smoke coming out of them. And one of them
This is probably the guy who made them smart.
Uh, one of the bigger gnolls is sort of wearing like uh, not really robes, but more of like a decorative type of leather.
Hmm.
And he has like a necklace with claws on it.
Hmm.
And he is standing in front of this canvas that's in front of the doorway of this bigger hut, and he stands to the side and just sort of puts his hand on the canvas to open it to let you in.
So he's probably their Null Shabadoo.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling a shaman.
Ah,
They're Shabadoo.
yeah.
There's
I
Shabadoo.
head in.
Yeah, I suppose so. There's probably much that will go wrong from this, but let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go inside, and you enter this large hut, and there are like two stacks that lead up to the top of the hut. It's like you're looking around, the frame of this hut is built with like what you would assume are like mammoth bones.
Hmm.
And
Bunch of
there's
mammoths.
like a big pit fire in the middle of it. And across on the other side, you can see behind the flame a
That they're roasting a bunch
very,
of weenies in it.
yeah, there's 5 more gnolls.
How many hot
All
dogs though?
like 20. There's
20,
5
okay.
more gnolls. They're all very large. One of them is like towering above the rest. He's actually a little bit bigger than Frank.
Oh shit.
Oh my.
And
He must be a big boy.
yeah, he's got like 2 cow skull looking things as like shoulder plates. And he's sort of very well dressed in a gnoll sense. Lots of poofy fur and leather on him. And you notice he's also wearing like a skull on his head. And in the center of the skull, there's a gem. And there's also gems in the ones on his shoulders.
Boy, so he's well to do.
Hmm. Green gems.
They are some of the higher up gems.
Okay.
Just hug him. Just hug the crap out of him, Frank.
Go do your hugging thing. Hopefully that'll do it.
Tell him how much you missed him and how great it is to see him again.
I love you.
How many gnolls are in the tent with us? You said there's 5 here, and then there's 1 at the door.
There's one that let you in at the door. There's 5 in here. They are. They look like pretty damn beefy.
So 6
Hmm.
regular gnolls. That's going to be tough. The 100 or
Yeah.
so witherlings outside.
And
I could
like,
probably hold them up with the spike trap.
yeah, also like the knoll flesh gnars that stood outside the hut. There's probably about 20 to 30 of those.
We've walked into a
In the
Precarious.
non-combat situation.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
yeah, the knoll king, or as it were, He says, you come to stop us from raiding the village?
That's the plan.
Yeah, they don't like it very much.
He says, well, our intelligence has peaked quite rapidly to a point where it becomes clear that intelligence is what make you weak.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, I don't like the sound of that.
He's throwing shade.
Welcome to the club, big boy.
He said, a few of us are able to maintain our traditions with intelligence. Those that do not maintain the tradition are cast out.
I assume
Trying
that's
to
all the
end
burned
the
huts
violence.
earlier.
Yes, intelligence on its own is fine, but when you go against no tradition, when you go against pillaging, against killing the lesser races, you
So
no
we've
longer
already
have a
reached an
place.
impasse.
And he says, you've shown yourselves to be quite weak, and here would be where you die were it not for the master
Hmm.
of said intelligence, wishing it otherwise.
That's fair. He,
I feel like
the master also told us that you were going to be handing over those 3 gems that you were wielding there.
He did not.
Well, we had to try.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So where does that leave us right now?
Well, you simply need to leave.
Are you going to leave the village alone?
Yes, we've been told to leave the village alone.
Okay, good enough. We'll see you later.
You just turn around and walk out.
Yeah, I'm good.
Is there any way to? Yeah, I would say I can't get the impression that we can't speak with the master. So
We know who the master is.
yeah, that's true.
Wait, we do?
They mentioned
the
his name
master's
earlier.
the
And,
master's the dude who sent us to go get the green crystal that we're secretly working against.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it somebody different?
I thought it was somebody different.
Yeah. I can't. I gotta see if I can find the right notebook because Rosalie's been
the
down here and
master of
everything's out of there.
intelligence.
I thought the Knoll guy was somebody different
Yeah.
because they told us his name earlier.
He didn't actually. I mean, you're here to the guy telling you that the master wants you to live, so.
Well, I mean, like not this
I mean-
guy. I mean, like way earlier in the town, there was.
Yeah,
Right.
some Knowles mentioned those first Knowles.
Yeah,
But
like the
these
very
are
first
gnolls
Nils.
telling you that the master wants you to live. I'm just, as the DM, I'm sort of trying to be nice. Like you could ask him.
Frank's making the jump in logic that
We should just
we know
leave.
who the
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
let's just move on.
Yeah. Okay, mission accomplished, guys.
Is that it? We did
yeah,
it.
you walk out. As you walk out, the shaman-looking gnoll puts his hand on your chest.
Whose chest?
Whoever walks out first. Is that Frank?
It would have been me, yeah. I would have realized that and then just turned and left.
And he says he waits for you.
We're at
The end of the path.
at the tower in the desert.
No, the end of the path.
I don't know where the end of the path is, but we know what the master wants. We won't disappoint. We
He
know where
said-
we stand.
And he's funny enough. Frank even manages to do this to Knowles. The Knoll sort of just like puts his hands on his nose like this, shakes his head. He's like the path at the end of the camp.
Oh,
Oh. Well,
no, it's not something philosophical. It's literally just right here.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah. And
How good are you guys at climbing fences?
Not particularly.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Oh, absolutely anything's worth a shot.
You
But
could probably toss me over.
I have a feeling that even if we ran, it would be fruitlessly.
Yeah. Let's just meet the master. What's the worst that can happen? Don't answer that.
All right,
lots,
well-
I'm sure.
I realize what this Knoll is saying. I'm like, see, that's what intelligence gets you. And then I'll proceed down the path.
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
let's get going, I suppose.
yeah, you proceed. You get like back to the front of the camp in that opening.
Mhm.
And there's a man, appears to be human. He's not wearing a helmet, but he's fully dressed in like steel plate, but it's like a really thick steel plate, like probably about an inch thick. Like seems
Oh.
like
Mm.
no person living would be strong enough to walk around in it.
Of course. God damn it.
But he's
Second guy.
just stood there fully decorated in it, and he's also about 10 to 12 feet tall.
So he's a big boy.
And the shaman that put his hand on your chest said he waits for you at the end of the path. Appears to be
Mhm.
standing in front of him now, all of a sudden.
Boy, that Shabadoo can move fast.
All right. Well,
And
I
he,
walk up to him.
Sort of splays his hands out and says, Gornoth would have words with you. And he stands to the side.
Go have words with Gornoth. This is going to go great.
Yeah. Why did we go all the way to the end of the village just to come back here?
We were supposed to go the other way. We're just idiots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
The man that's standing there sort of looks to just wait there. And he
He told us to wait there, or he's just waiting
he's
there.
just waiting there. He's not saying anything. It just seems to be waiting for you guys to say something.
He's just being intimidating.
I'll just walk up to him and, what's up, chicken butt?
It's a lot of gnolls you have.
He just seems to chuckle a little bit. He says, I wanted us to meet. I had planned on just letting you do Feronik's bidding, but watching your actions, you humor me.
We are pretty goddamn funny.
And he sort of waves his hand like this, and you guys, like, ever since Feronik, like, made that little ping in your chest, you've sort of felt like a tiny little tingle, and that just sort of dissipates and goes away.
Oh.
Oh shit.
So has he
Does that
lifted whatever the curse was upon us?
He says, Feronik serves his purpose, but he can be overzealous at times. It was not his place to take control of you for himself.
So, does he work for you?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
And you just made us living again?
In a manner of
That's me.
speaking, yes.
Hmm.
I'm confused by many things.
Yeah.
But appreciative, if not concerned.
I
So,
would still have you seek this green crystal that Feronik wants you to retrieve for him. The purposes that he has for retrieving it are actually my purposes.
aha.
Ah.
So he's finding the green rock for you. And we were finding the green rock for him, which was for you. So, like, you're our granddad green rock recipient.
Collector man.
He sort of chuckles and like bounces a little bit as he laughs again. And he
We've been subcontracted by the contractor.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when that happens.
I know.
says,
He must be one lazy guy.
these gnolls have been an interesting experiment. I've been experimenting with this type of intelligence imbuing for quite some time, and gnolls are very interesting. They're quite a few of them tend to go after a peaceful life, but the few that don't find that to be a weakness.
We noticed.
Yeah.
It's sort of inconvenient for the people who live nearby them.
There are all sorts of interesting things like this. Goblins, for example, they tend to latch on to a... Not all of them accept the intelligence, but those that do tend to latch on to an obsession.
We should give him Francis.
No, the other guy.
Or no.
The guy we
Steve?
left with the mayor, he got obsessed with cleaning. You gave that guy intelligence, didn't you?
Ha! Glodnig. Yes.
Do you want to
He's a fun
smartify
fellow.
my... He's a very nice guy. Do you want to smartify my buddy Steve? And I pick up Steve by his leash, essentially. Not Steve, Francis. You wanna smartify Francis for us?
Maybe you
He
can make your rat smart too.
steps forward a few steps to grab Francis, and as he steps forward, you sort of get the sense that he has immense weight. There's sort
Oh.
of like a with his steps, and he is 12 feet tall. He is wearing very thick plate, but not enough to make you think that he should weigh that much. But he steps forward and he sort of just like picks up Francis like this, and him and Francis both disappear.
Oh my.
And he reappears, and Francis is no longer like sitting on his palm. He's like standing next to him, and they're both sort of laughing.
I mean, he made Francis too smart,
And he's
didn't
like,
he?
"That is what I've heard, little fellow." And he's like, "I think you'll enjoy this one as well." He's like, "Go
Good.
on." And Francis comes up and he's like, "Hi."
Hey there, Francis, buddy, old pal. Do you remember the time when I accidentally threw you at a skeleton horse?
That wasn't an
And we-
accident.
Damn it.
Jesus.
That answers my questions.
Yes.
You're not mad
The
about
answer
that,
is
are you?
yes.
No, not at all.
Good. Okay.
Hopefully we'll do better next time.
Welcome aboard, Francis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome aboard indeed. Happy to serve.
Oh shit.
What
I
what
can-
does
I can
Francis
handle
do?
He says, Gornoth starts speaking again. He's like, "Obsessions often present themselves in weird ways. You'd think simple things are the only obsessions that occur, but every once in a while you get a rather complex one. Francis
this dude.
seems to be obsessed with
Oh.
serving, no matter what the serving entails."
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that is workable.
Yeah. That's something we can get behind.
Sounds a little kinky to me.
Yeah, a little bit of that too. But that's okay
Yes.
with me.
Yeah. I mean, you say that, Gornoth sort of like tilts his head looking up, sort of contemplating, and then just sort of like nods in agreement.
We'll see what happens.
So there, Gornoth.
Gornoth,
So there, Prince Gornoth.
if you please.
You don't. I mean, it's not that we're not enjoying this visit, but these kind of visits usually aren't made without purpose.
Mm.
Hmm.
Good catch there. Yes.
I'm not
Well,
saying we're not enjoying this, but there's a but. You guys are funny, but
I don't want to reveal your purpose just yet. We all have one. I'll show you yours soon enough.
okay.
And then he vanishes again, this time without Francis. But with
Okay.
the shaman. The shaman vanishes with him.
The Shabadoo.
The Shabadoo?
Do they come back?
More importantly, I'm a little disappointed you didn't have anything to say about my pillows.
Oh,
Well, he said that you guys humor him. So
Okay.
he probably included the
Yeah.
pillows in that.
All right. As long as it's working for something.
Yeah. all right.
I
Well,
think
that's
where we'll end it.
yeah, that's time.
Indeed.
Now you guys know who's giving everybody intelligence.
Super Shabadoo.
Super
Yeah.
Shabadoo.
Gornoth.
Gornoth.
Yeah, he's the Super Shabadoo.
Now we just need to get a long rest, and get some experience, maybe level up, and we'll be ready to go and entertain him some more.
That's right. I'll have to come up with some more fun things to do. Because clearly he's watching.
He is, and then also we should probably go talk to the people for the order that we work for, and let them know that shit got more complicated.
He's
Even more.
yes, he's obsessed with Frank's loincloth. Francis is now
There's
obsessed with your loincloth.
So
There's-
be it.
Plenty there and under to be obsessed about.
Oh, baby.
Whoa.
He's gonna serve that loincloth. Whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you guys finally met him. I've had that meeting prepared for a while.
Well, I'm glad we didn't die. Probably being the most
Yeah.
important part.
How far out are we from that town?
From
It was like a 2-day ride, I thought.
I didn't think it was that far.
Jesus. Fucking don't do that. God.
fumble
Apologize
up on
to
you a
the
little
people watching the stream.
Oh, everything's
Fonvalari.
all
No. Grapple.
grapples.
Yeah.
Oh, how far out
Was it-
are you from the town?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Crabapple?
that we robbed.
crab apples. Sorry, wrong town.
Yeah.
2 days. About. It was like
Okay.
30 miles.
We should
It's roughly like 14 hours travel, so basically 2 days if you travel like 8 hours a day.
Well,
I
let's-
say we should get a long rest before we sign off.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys can probably find a safe place to make camp. The Knolls have been told to leave you alone.
Good.
So you
Okay,
could probably
so
just
that-
rest like right outside their walls or something.
Okay.
that sounds
Well,
okay to
then
me.
We'll long rest here. So
And-
you can calculate how much XP we get and let us know later.
Yeah.
XP. I wonder if that shows up backwards.
Yeah, it did.
The X is right. I do X.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's an X.
That's hard to screw that one up.
mirrors. I think I did it backwards twice. That's
Like
okay.
XP. Did I do that backwards?
I'm watching on the stream. Hey, you
That
misspelled
is
Frank.
backwards. P. Oh, that's weird. I think my camera's mirrored. Because I'm doing
They
it
usually
right
are.
from my perspective. And it's
Well,
showing up
Discord-
right on there.
Discord mirrors it, I think.
Discord. Anyways,
Anyway,
that's the end
that's
of the
it.
stream. This will be on YouTube on Saturday. And yesterday's Shadowrun will be on YouTube on Sunday. And
There you
this
go.
Friday, Chuck is doing his game.
come back and
We'll
watch
see if-
my game.
We'll see if I can lose an eye or lose my life.
Yes,
Looks
one
like
of
you
those.
lose your eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great
If-
day
if-
when losing your eye is a best case scenario.
Right.
Yeah.
If we can even make it that far in the day, who knows?
Hopefully, I lose my eye.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what I'm looking forward to.